This is Joe from Way Scarff Ford. Today we're going to talk about this awesome 2020 Ford Explorer ST. Let's dive in. This thing is a true hot rod explorer with more aggressive looks and, more importantly, more aggressive performance. You get a more aggressive wheel and tire package, larger brakes for excellent stopping power. This actually stops really well for a mid-size three-row crossover, and road handling is also equally as amazing. For power, we have a 400 horsepower turbocharged V6, allowing this to rocket the 0 to 60 in a little over 5 seconds. Very impressive. We have a little bit more aggressive front fascia. Law enforcement loves to drive the Explorers. We can find a lot of police cruisers and interceptors as Explorers, so maybe when people see that big black grille getting bigger in their rearview mirror, they might move out of your way. If you like the torpedo down the left-hand lane and you want people to move out of your way, well, they see this grille, they might think you're law enforcement. The ST Explorer comes at an opportune time for the Explorer. For the 2020 model year, Ford switched platforms on the Explorer. It's actually evolved a lot since it was first introduced in the US market in the early 90s, pretty much putting SUVs on the map. SUVs are pretty crude. They're merely just like pickup trucks with a canopy and a bench seat in the back. The Ford Explorer was like the first real refined SUV, and it really made them popular. Before the Explorer was originally based on truck-based architecture, body and frame, similar to its brother in the Ford Ranger that it shares a lot of its components with. But we saw the Explorer evolve over the years, and it more recently switched to unibody architecture. So even though it looks like a truck-based SUV, it's actually built like a car using unibody, not body on frame. So that makes it lighter, it improves the handling, it improves the fuel efficiency, overall performance. But they also switched to a front-wheel drive platform when they switched to that unibody design. So front-wheel drive makes a lot of sense in ways. It improves packaging. You can have a horizontally opposed engine, so you can basically put the engine sideways next to the transmission, which is great for packaging. It frees up more interior space. You don't have a giant drive shaft going through the middle of the vehicle, which is all fine and dandy, but from a performance aspect, it makes it heavier. The previous generation carried about 54 to 55% of its weight over the front wheels. That's not great for handling and sporty performance. With the 2020 Explorer and the ST Explorer, they switched back to a rear-wheel drive platform. It still retains its car-based unibody architecture, so it's lightweight, great handling, more fuel efficient than a truck-based SUV, but now the engine is longitudinally mounted, so it's a little bit further back, and instead of the transmission being up here next to the engine, it's behind the engine. Then we have a drive shaft going through to the rear wheels. So even